We love being on tour with them, so we want to thank them again, and thank you guys for treating them nicely. What are you up to here? Okay, so this is the Surf Film Music Tour, and kind of what we've been doing too is we kind of going back to all these old recordings I had when before I made my first record, all these old 4-track tapes. And as we started listening through those, I kind of realized I wrote my first 2 albums while I was making these surf movies back in the late 90s. One was called September Sessions, one was called Thicker Than Water. I don't know if there's many surfers here tonight who ever saw those movies, but this next song we're gonna play, this is like one of the first songs I ever brought home while we were making these surf movies, and it was, I kind of realized on that trip, if my friends responded on the deck of the boat that night when I played them the lyrics, it probably worked a little bit, even if I was just kind of trying to make them laugh or something. So this is one of those songs we had to smuggle, well, we weren't smuggling, but we had to bring a bunch of cigarettes, and Johnny Walker Red, the captain of this boat, he told us, pick up as much Johnny Walker Red as cigarettes as you can at the airport. And for all the teenage kids, it wasn't for us. It was, we got there on the first day of the trip, and sure enough, all these officials, they got on our boat, and they started going through all of our stuff. And the captain said, all right, get that stuff. And then we had to give these, this isn't really a good story for kids either way, like basically bribery. We had to give cigarettes and booze to these officials, and they let us keep going. So that's the moral of the story. And it's also the second verse of this song. So it goes like, there's a song called Holes to Heaven for you guys. The air was more than human, and the heat was more than hungry, and the cars were square and spitting diesel fumes. The bulls were running wild because they're big and mean and sacred, and the children were playing cricket with no shoes. The next morning we woke up with a 7-hour drive, moving back north to Port Blair, where boats break and children stay. And there were so many fewer questions when stars were still just the holes to heaven. And there were so many fewer questions when stars were still just the holes to heaven. Officials were quite friendly once we